G'day and welcome to 5 Minutes at 5 with Gavin. Well, firstly, I just want to touch base and say, hey, so much has happened over the last couple of months with COVID-19, and that has put a lot of stress on all of us. Change is always difficult, it's always hard, and that puts also a strain on our relationships. So if you're feeling anxious, tired, and exhausted, there's good reason for that, and COVID has a lot to do with that. Then you can add all those other things that are normally going on in your life onto that stress. So I just want to encourage you and just check in and say, hey, walk carefully and gently in what's going on for yourself at the moment. A lot has gone on. Well, to change track, as there is so much going on, and it brings up a lot of questions in our life, I thought it might be good to do a bit of work on discovering who Jesus is. Who was Jesus? How did he understand himself? What was his goal when he was here on earth? And how did he achieve that? And what difference does that make in our life for 2020? So starting this Sunday, I'm going to start a series on our Zoom church services about looking at the Gospel of Mark. So on Sunday, it's a bit like this map out here. We got the map for Carragini and how we engage. It's a bit of an overview. And then during the week, we're going to have a reading plan. Each day, I'll have passages that we're going to read and help us to discover who Jesus is. What's his goal? And how does he achieve it? And what difference does it make? So, for some of you, you've never been to church. And I appreciate that, and that's really difficult and challenging to think, hang on, what, you want to invite me to church? Well, with Zoom, it's super easy. Because with Zoom, you can actually you're sitting at your home, in the comfort of your home with your coffee, and you can turn your camera off and your audio, and you can just watch. The structure that happens in Zoom is I usually do a welcome. Someone plays 3-4 songs, I think it is, and people can choose to sing or not, it's your choice. And they're about building up people. Music engages our heart, and so that's happening there. Then we pray, and then I'll give a reflection. And this week it's going to be about Mark chapter 1, right through to chapter 8. And then through the week we'll have reading plans. So in the description for YouTube, I'm going to have the link for our Zoom. I'd love you to jump on board and get involved. I think it's a great opportunity. If you're a person who's a regular attender of the church, and you're like, oh Gavin, this is a bit basic for me, I know who Jesus is, I know what it's all about. Like I said at the beginning, this has been a very chaotic time in our life. And I think exploring Jesus and looking at his gospel, looking at who he is and what he was about, will help. I guess it's an act of meditation, an act of reflection, an act of centering ourselves to know who we are and what's going on. That's what we're doing. We're trying to realign ourselves with God during a difficult time. It's a bit like that psalm, I come by the still waters. God, you are my shepherd, you're my guider. And so that's what we're doing. We're checking in on who Jesus is and what he's all about. So I hope you can join us, and I hope that you can feel like you can invite your friends to this as well. That this is a non-threatening process that we're going to do. You may be threatened by Jesus, but I hope that what we do for you is not threatening. Well, I hope it's helpful. I look forward to seeing you soon. Go well. Bye.